Welcome back. Today we have an 80s and 90s themed action hero fight club matching game. It's pretty simple. It's going to probably be the same around the anime one that I built out. So let me just show you guys really quick. So I actually created this interface with Lovable, which would house all the libraries of the games that I created, which I'm loving so far because if I go into the admin, I'm actually able to just add the games as I make them. And then, of course, and it all showcases here. So the latest game that I actually did, this will be the fifth video, is the 80s and 90s action hero. So I prompted to give me, I gave it a list, an inventory of action heroes from the 80s and 90s from Wikipedia. And it took everything. Initially, it did not have the pictures to associate it with the actors. And then I told it to make it really simple, right? Instead of showing me the actor's profile, get the characters that they were played in the movie. So if it was like Sarah Connor, that's Terminator 2, and then Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones. Initially, it was just taking characters, the actual actors, the real life actors, and trying to look for the pictures of there, from there, versus um, the pictures of them as the actor in the movie. So this is pretty interesting, right? We got Ghostbusters, Egon versus Harold, and it's a very simple game. No input whatsoever from the visitor. Initially, the other games that I had was enter your name, your weight, your height, and all that. Now it's just roll the dice, and as soon as you roll the dice, this is what you get. James Bond versus Arnold Schwarzenegger in John Matrix. I didn't even know his name was John Matrix in the Commando. That's pretty interesting. Of course, James Bond won, and you keep on playing, and it never ends, right? It's pretty interesting. You got a lot of characters. You got the Predator versus Luke Skywalker, and of course, Luke Skywalker wins this one. Then you see match history. You actually get to see the status of all the wins and losses from the different characters that you selected during that time, which was pretty interesting. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, you have to be of age to know who these guys are for the most part. And then you go back to the arena and roll the dice. Now, this is going to be a very short game because it doesn't require any input whatsoever. And if I had to choose between Doc Brown and Egon Spengler from Ghostbusters, I would definitely say Doc Brown because Back to the Future is no joke. So let's go over here for a second. Let's go back to Saitama Games. I'm going to, since this video, I mean, that's a small clip. The hip hop one isn't that much different, but the hip hop one is a little more vibrant. It has a little more oomph, like more up to date. But of course, these are 80s and 90s and 2000 rappers. Now, the problem I had with this build on Lovable was that it could not find all the pictures, but luckily, initially, it was difficult. And then luckily, it did find it, and I was like, oh, awesome. Of course, you see Method Man. You can't even see his face. Like, what is this? But this was pretty interesting because I told it to make a rap battle, and it went with bars and flows and crowd reaction, but it doesn't calculate any of the songs whatsoever. It's a very random thing, right? It's just using that as stats for who wins out of the three. Whoever wins two out of the three. Okay, so we do battle again. Method Man versus Busta Rhymes. I'm actually not too happy with Method Man's picture. I might have to prompt it to tell it look for another one, or I supply it. And let's pick a new rapper, for instance. Of course, there's gonna be rappers. I don't know why initially when it shows the initials, it doesn't have the picture, but when it plays, when it actually in the competition in the battle, the profile picture does show up. So that's Big Daddy Kane versus Jada Kiss. Let's battle again. Big Daddy Kane versus Snoop Dogg. I have a feeling Snoop Dogg's gonna win, but I like Big Daddy Kane. Yeah. Wow, 3 foot, 3 out of 3. Yeah, Snoop Dogg took that home, and that's it. There's no leaderboard. Actually, no, there is a leaderboard. I don't know why it's not showing leaderboard because I asked it to show leaderboard, but now it's telling me it's a clickable leaderboard, which I don't like. It really should be. Um, and honestly, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I didn't know it's separated between 80, 90, and 2000 and all eras. So you could go back. I prefer like the leaderboard just show here opposed to clicking a link and then going to the page to see the actual leaderboard. So let's pick another rapper. Let's see if it picks someone different. Tupac. Let's see who he fights. DM. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Tupac, Tupac, Tupac. Three out of hands down. Tupac won over DMX. So that is it, guys. I wanted to share that with the new two games that I created. Of course, this series is me just creating random games. I had someone reach out to me and said, "Hey, can you create a simple Roblox game?" I was like, "Okay, I'll try." I did create another game, but I had to delete it because it was a shoot out the star, like from the carnival. I prompted, I gave everything it asked for. I even gave the little piece of paper that the shoot the star, that would use in the real carnival because they sell it online. And for some reason, it just didn't come out the way I liked it. And it was just too much involved in reprompting everything after I had already created. So I just deleted the whole project. So these are my current projects right now. I don't have anything else pending. I do have ideas of what I want to build, and I'll probably walk through that and do a recording for that as well. So just want to thank you guys, and please hit that subscribe, and I'll be back really, really soon. Take care.